Welcome back, first grade. So, today I want to teach you a new habit that readers always do. We talked yesterday about our first habit, which was taking a sneak peek before you even open up the book to start reading. Today I want to teach you that readers do something at the end of a book without needing reminders. When they finish a book, they do something. They might stop and remember the book by looking back and thinking it over. They might even tell someone all about it. They might even go back to their favorite parts. They might do any of these things, but they definitely do something. They don't just put the book down and say, I'm done. Watch and listen as I do something at the end of this book. Are you ready? So, yesterday, we heard the wonderful story called Ollie the Stomper. And at the very end, this was our last page. Remember? Ollie kicked off his boots that he wanted so badly throughout the entire story. He kicked them off because his little feet were too hot. And then Gussie and Gertie did the same thing, and they decided Ollie shouts, Let's go swimming! And they do. Now, I'm done my book. Readers, should I just put my book down and pick up my next book? No way. You should be saying, No, you shouldn't. I'm going to think of something to do at the end because that is what good readers do. Should I reread my favorite part, reread the whole book, think back over some of the parts, or retell it to myself? Ooh, I know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to retell the story. When I get to the end, I'm going to retell. And this is what I do. When I'm retelling, I use my fingers and I think about all of the parts of the story and I tell across all of my fingers in order all of the things that happened in the story that I just read. If I don't remember what happened, you know what I can do? I can open up my book to the last part that I do remember, and I can read from there. And it will help me remember my story just a little better. So I'm going to retell my story, Ollie the Stomper. And my finger is up. I'm going to say, in the beginning, Ollie looks at Gussie and Gertie, and he wants boots. Gussie has bright red boots, and Gertie has bright blue boots, and Ollie wants them. After that, Gussie and Gertie hop over puddles and jump in the rain. And all the while, Ollie stomps after them and jumps after them. And he really, really wants those boots. Ollie gets so frustrated that in the middle of the book, he just screams, I want boots. And then after that, Gussie and Gertie come over and they each give him one of their boots. What happens next? Oh, right. So then Ollie puts on their boots and he goes everywhere all over the farm. He goes to the piggery, he stomps everywhere. And instead of Ollie following Gussie and Gertie, this time Gussie and Gertie are following Ollie. Oh, right. This is my favorite part. When Ollie looks down at his boots and he says, These boots are too hot. So he kicks off his boots and Gussie and Gertie kick off their boots. And at the end of the story, Ollie says, Let's go swimming. Okay, readers. So today, when you go off and you read, I want you to remember that you should do something at the end of your book. Don't just put the book down. Remember to do something. Do what I did, retell it across your fingers, or maybe go share it with your mom and dad or your sister and brother or even your stuffed animal. What was your favorite part of the book that you just read? But remember to do something. Now, sometimes we need reminders. Even I do. As the teacher, I sometimes forget things. It's okay. Readers have ways to remind themselves to use their good habits. One of the most important ways readers can be reminded of their habits they want to use all the time is when their reading partners sometimes whisper, Hey, don't forget to sneak peek, or Hey, don't forget to check your sneak peek, or Hey, don't just put that book down. Remember to do something at the end. So today, after you're done reading by yourself, I want you to find a partner, someone that you can read your stories with, and see if that partner can maybe remind you to use some of these good habits that we've been talking about. Let's review our habits real quick. Number 1 was to take a sneak peek at the beginning. Number 2 was check your sneak peek. And today we talked about doing something at the end, either thinking about your favorite part, retelling the whole story, or rereading the whole story once again. All right, readers, that's it for me. Have a great rest of your day.